got a spicy episode this week. We got a nice Italian episode here on the Weekly Peel with Joshua Guglielmo. Let's hit that theme song. All right, welcome in everybody. I am John Mazziot, your host, and this is the Weekly Peel. And we are here to answer all of the really important questions on Earth, in our world, all of the just pressing topics. We talk about really important things, and I'm really excited about this week. We don't talk about anything important, but I'm really excited about this week. I have an old friend, a good friend. I have Joshua Guglielmo. Yes, he is Italian. And Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing well, John. Thank you for having me, bro. It's good to see
Dude,
you.
it's really good to see you. It's been quite a long time. Um,
I know, pretty much a
yeah,
year.
yeah. We haven't seen each other in a year. I mean, we've done like a little bit of FaceTime, and we've obviously kept up
Yeah.
with each other and things like that. But
hmm
yeah, we were college buddies, and it at college ended abruptly for us. So, and I moved, and things got crazy, and but but Josh, you're in Connecticut, right?
Connecticut, yes, sir.
Okay, how's life over there?
Dude, it's going well. It's been great. Yeah, very busy, I would say, but good. I'm a young adult and discipleship pastor right now at Bethel Christian Church, and so I've been really loving it. Definitely been a different transition. Obviously with like COVID
Yeah,
happening, getting a new job and just starting to work full time in ministry.
yeah,
During a pandemic, it's just been interesting, but it's been
yeah,
good. I've been really
yeah.
enjoying it.
Yeah, we really got dealt an interesting hand hopping into ministry and
I
in
know for
this. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. For the listeners who don't know, I am a youth pastor in Virginia. So we went to Bible college together. Joshua Guglielmo and I, Mr. Josh Googs, and our
Yes, sir.
friend who's been on Daniel Murphy. We were all good buddies, and so I want to ask you. So I've been
Uh huh.
thinking a lot about because something happened recently that made me think about this. And you're now I texted you and I was like, I was basically asking you about people in New England. And what did you
Uh huh.
say? You say you live in Connecticut, but you consider yourself a New Yorker.
I
Is that what
do.
you
I
said?
consider myself. So I live actually right now. I'm living in Danbury, Connecticut, and so if you know how Connecticut is, Danbury's on the edge of Connecticut, right on the New York border. And I actually was raised in New York for the first, I think it was like 9 years of my life, and so all of my most of my cousins are in New York, and so a lot of my time is spent there. And so yeah, I would really consider myself a New Yorker at heart who's living in Connecticut.
Don't
So
New Englanders and New Yorkers, they don't really like each other too much.
yeah,
Nah.
I think it's different, but I think where I'm living in Connecticut, you have a lot of people who are just used to the New York
That's
lifestyle.
true. That's true. Okay. That's fair. Now,
But when we were in school, like in Mass, yeah, that's like way different in
yeah.
Massachusetts, where it's like that's like the heart
Yeah.
of New England, I would say.
Yeah. So
But
yeah, and I think New Yorker, listen, even though they don't like each other very much, I think New Yorkers and New Englanders have something in common. And that is how rude they can be sometimes. Josh,
I guess,
do
yeah.
you have any like stories that stand out to you of people being like rude or anything or
I
mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. I mean, there are some crazy drivers, I would say, in New York and in New
Yeah.
England. I would say New Englanders are worse at
Oh,
driving than
they
New
are the
Yorkers,
worst drivers.
but our
It's
our good
bad.
friend Daniel would say the opposite. But
Oh no, dude,
um,
he's one of them too, and I'm willing to say that to him.
oh, I know, but I would say like we're just very fast-paced people. Like we need to get where we're going. We want to get there
Yeah.
quickly. And so I guess I don't know. I guess a story that stands out to me that I just always think back to. I guess. So like a little bit more than like 2 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
I was driving and I was going a little faster, that New Yorker heart trying to get where I need to go, and I got pulled over by a police officer, and so he ended up ticketing me and all those sort of things. But the way everything ended was interesting. I actually went to go shake the cop's hand. I don't know why I did that. It was so dumb of me. I was just being a nice guy. But when I went to shake his hand, the guy looked at me and said, I don't need to shake your hand. And he handed me and he walked away right after that.
Dude,
Um,
that's amazing.
so I was just like, like,
Did you
uh,
just like do like the quick like behind your head, scratch your neck, or like did
yeah, I
you just
played it off
awkwardly
well.
just played it off? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Dude,
to be honest, I never received. So I pled not guilty on the ticket, and I have not received a
let's
court
go.
date just
Let's
yet, and it's
go.
been 2 years.
You're gonna get something. COVID slowed it down.
Probably that's probably what
Dude,
happened, but we'll
that's
see.
amazing. So I was thinking about this because listen, I have been somebody followed me in the town where our college was. somebody like there was traffic and like maybe like a quarter mile from where I needed to turn, there was a funeral procession. I used to work at a funeral home. I know all the etiquette and I know all the rules and how to do it. My turn was nowhere near where the actual funeral procession, like the line of cars was. And
Mm,
somebody like I went like on the shoulder and I went up like maybe like I hit the mic, but I went up like 200 feet and then just turned
yeah.
into the school. Right, it didn't affect anybody. Nobody. This guy followed me into the school parking lot,
Oh
screamed
my
at me,
gosh.
cussed me out, went nuts on me. Crazy,
Dang.
right? But listen, as crazy as New England people are, New Yorkers, all as crazy as they are, I saw. Listen, Virginia, like the South, you think everybody's super nice, and they are for the most part, but
Yeah.
I saw the craziest thing the other day that I was completely shocked. So I live on the eastern shore of Virginia, which most people don't know where that is because there's nothing here and there's no one here.
You
And
can't receive
everyone,
mail.
yeah, I can't receive mail. Yeah, literally couldn't receive mail for the longest time. But yeah, and like listen, everyone's super nice. It's like a step back in time. People leave their doors unlocked. It's a different world. But then I was driving, right? And I was driving on this like road, like heading to like the main highway, and it was like it wasn't like a back road, but it was like kind of on this in between roads, not a highway, not really a back road. And there's like a shopping center, and I'm driving, and the person in front of me like stops really abruptly, and I'm like, "What's happening?" And I guess somebody came to like the intersection, and they were gonna go, and then they saw that somebody's coming, so they both stopped. Nobody hit each
Oh,
other,
okay.
but the
Yeah.
dude that almost like got like the guy in front of me
Hmm.
that almost got, I guess, hit or had to hit his brakes first,
Yes. Yeah.
he started blaring on his horn because he was mad that the guy didn't see him. But
Oh
like he
my
held
gosh.
on the horn for like 30 seconds, and the closer I got, I could still hear it. And then the other car starts doing
Dang.
the same thing and then pulls around right to the car in front of me, rolls down the window. They start yelling at each other, like really crazy. So being the uh, nosy person, I don't know that I am, I wanted to roll down the window because I wanted to hear what was happening. And
Bro, you gotta
you
put your
have
ear
to,
to that
you
kind of
have
stuff.
to, yeah. And like I roll, and as I'm rolling it down, like I just hit the button, I look up, the guy who almost hit the dude who was at fault,
Uh-huh.
he straight up spits on the guy.
Ew,
He literally
gosh.
spits on the other guy in front of me, and my mouth just dropped open, and he
Oh
looked at
my
me and just drove
gosh.
away. But I was like, what in the world? What is that? Does anyone hear? Do you hear that? There's like
I
buzzing.
did.
No, but it was like the craziest thing. I was like, what is happening to Virginia? He straight up spit on the guy.
Bro, you're bringing the heart of New England down there,
I
dude.
I know. That's all I could think about.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
That's nasty. Yeah. Whenever
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like so nasty whenever people do something like that.
Yeah. It's so
But
disrespectful.
it is.
Yeah. Well, I want to hop in. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. And I keep hearing some buzzing. And I apologize if it's showing up on the audio. I'm trying to figure out what it is. But all right, let's move right along here. So something we've been doing is if I have a can of Diet Dr. Pepper here, as always, every episode. And Josh, you have one as well. You have a bottle, right?
Got a bottle. I could not find
Yeah,
a can for
a
some
single
reason.
can.
I got a bottle.
So what we've been doing is we have been, because Diet Dr. Pepper is such an underrated soda, we have been opening these suckers up, and I've been asking my guests to take a swig of it, take a good old sip, and just give me their unfiltered critique, their reaction, and and then we're gonna rate it. But Josh, you lived with a man who lived off of this stuff for
Oh, I remember.
for
He
years.
this guy would get maybe 12. You know, he'd bring a pack of 12 back, and all of a sudden, 2 days, 3 days go by, and I'm like, dude, can I get one? He's like, no, I only have none left. Like, what? Yeah, to
So,
drink them like very quickly.
oh yeah, so we're gonna crack these suckers open, get them nice and close to the mic, get a good
I don't know where
open.
my
Yeah,
mic is.
it's
That's all.
somewhere. Where's mine?
Mine wasn't as loud.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it at all. So let's go ahead and take a sip. Josh, how was that? How was that Diet Dr. Pepper?
It's good. I would say it's good.
It's good.
Um, it's good. Now, in college, Dan would always have these things, and I would drink them because he had them, and I didn't have any soda. I didn't have anything. It's 0 calories.
Yeah,
Um, but I haven't had one in a long time. I think since we were in college, so over a year
yeah.
probably. So I don't know if I would rate it out of 10. I probably would say, I would say, being
Oh,
generous, I'd give it a 6.5.
a 6.5 being generous.
Bro,
We've had,
I,
listen, so far we've had a 10 out of 10. We've had a 9 out of 10, a 7.5 that after they, and it was Peter who had it, and he thought about it, and he
uh-huh.
said, and at first he gave it a 7.5, and then he goes, and he never had it before, and he said, you know what,
Yeah,
I actually really like it. I'm gonna bump that up to an 8. So we've had a
an 8.
10, a 9, an 8, and now we have a 6.5 being generous.
6.5.
Wait,
I would
what's the non-generous?
non-generous, I'd probably say like 5. It's average. I would say it's an average soda.
What's
I
10?
I wouldn't I wouldn't be looking for what's a 10?
Hmm.
A 10 would probably be I would probably say Coke. Like just a
Coke.
regular nice Coke.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, you're cooked.
It's
That's
good. Or regular Dr. Pepper is better than this.
no, dude.
Yes. I
So
would give regular Dr. Pepper probably an
is
8.5, 9.
oh wow. Okay, so wait, is 6.5 out of 10 or 5? Do you why don't you just make it like 6? Because you want to give it a 5, and or no,
All right.
you said no, actually you said 6.5. Let's go with that.
We'll run with six
Because
and a half. All
we'll
right.
run with 6.5. Is that a passing grade? I feel like that's not. Or like at least like if
It's
somebody told me
passing.
like, I mean, yeah, maybe in school, but like if somebody told me like, oh, you should try this because it's 6.5 out of 10, I don't think I'd try it.
I would say I would drink Diet Dr. Pepper if there is nothing else and someone was offering it to me.
Oh my gosh. So I would this is the first
Or
week.
actually, no, hold on, wait. Let me reword that. I would drink it over some other sodas, I'd say.
Over which sodas? Orange,
Yeah,
grape.
orange, grape, 100%. Yep. Not that I hate those. I would drink them, but it's definitely under these. So I would, yeah. But
Wow.
like root beer would be ahead of this. Coke would be ahead of
Dang.
this. Regular Dr. Pepper, not because I feel like when you have diet, the taste is taken away. Because even with like
Mm,
Diet Coke, I don't like. I would rather have just a regular Coke and not diet.
okay. That's interesting. That's very I like, I know they're worse for me, but I do like the diet. But so I usually say like, all right, this has been like, you know, certified by the guest. I don't think this is Joshua Guglielmo approved. I feel like this is
Why?
like a, is it like it's not a thumbs down. It's like a
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's
I,
like eh.
it's So I can't even say that it's been Joshua Guglielmo approved. It's been Joshua Guglielmo. I'll drink it if I have to.
Yeah, exactly. If there's not if that's a soda on the table, and that's all that's there. All right. Or
listeners,
grape.
listeners, this man is a liar. This man,
What?
don't believe him. Go out and get a Diet Dr. Pepper. You've heard the truth on this show before, and now you've heard a lie, and now you gotta figure it out for yourself.
Bro, it's not fake news. You're healing the reality right
Oh
here.
my gosh. All right. Well, Josh, I think that out of all my friends, you typically, I feel like you were always watching some pretty good shows. That's one thing I remembered about you.
Yeah, I
You
would say
know,
so.
you
Yeah.
you have very good taste in shows. So that's why for this episode, I thought we could talk about and if you've read the name of the episode already, if you're listening to this and you know what we're talking about, but we are going to be drafting the best TV shows between 2000 until now. So that's over the last 21 years of just oh man, the thing that gets me every week is the burps after drinking Diet Dr Pepper on the show, and I feel one coming up. All right, I'm
Go.
trying. I'm trying. So we are gonna go ahead. We're doing. Oh, did you figure out who's going first? Josh pulled up a like a
Auto
simulator
generator.
auto generator to see who's because we're gonna draft these. So for instance, we're gonna start off with one show each in drama, then sitcom slash comedy, reality show, teen show, action show. We may get into another one, but that's where we're going with this. And there's definitely at least one show that we both want. I just because I know him and I know me. So that's why
Yeah.
I don't want to take the advantage. I want to just see who can get this cuz whoever the way we're doing this. I feel like I'm not explaining this very well, but the way that we're doing this is like so Josh, if this thing picks you, you would go and you would do your drama, then I would do my drama, then I would then do the sitcom one, and then you would do so it's like you get one, I get two, then you get two. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
so you get two in a row every other
Hmm.
time. It's called a snake draft. So it's a little bit confusing to explain. I haven't really figured it out. But we did a very similar thing if you listen to the episode with Peter Stauffer about movies through the decades. And we did a draft there. And we're drafting now TV shows. So Josh, let's see who's going first.
So hold on here. All right. So you, my friend, you are going first,
Oh
Mr.
no,
Mazia.
no! I did not want to because because of where I'm gonna end up in the category I want.
Oh yes, thank
All right,
God.
all right. So, all right for the first category, which is drama. Listen, I feel like I too like a lot of shows, but I also like I'm looking at them. I have some Redbubble stickers. I'm looking at my pops, and there's a lot of different TV shows, but there is there's something I realize, and that is I like to watch a lot of sitcoms, and I barely watched any dramas. And I like dramatic movies, but when it comes to like TV shows, I like comedy shows. So this was tough for me, but there's one that is I had to look it up to make sure that because I thought it was a drama, but I also know that it's a comedy. It's like one of those in betweens, and but it is listed as an American dramedy and an American wait, did I say dramedy? What did I say? An American drama and American comedy. So I'm gonna take a clear 101 for drama, and that is Chuck. I don't know if you've ever
Okay.
seen that, but it's a show about a spy, and it's funny, but it's also There's a lot of drama in it. There
Yes.
is some really cool stuff. He gets like this like thing. It's called the Intersect. It's like a supercomputer in his brain, and he
Uh-huh.
just has like all these government secrets, and it's fantastic. I
Yes,
think.
yes, yes.
Have you ever seen it, Josh?
I've watched I think a
Dude,
few like little episodes I think with but no, I don't think I've ever watched it
dude,
fully.
it is
But
so good. It gets you like hooked in with like it's like a
yeah.
spy, so it's like spy stuff too, which is awesome because I love James
Yes, yes.
Bond and it is so like awesome like the drama like because it's like there's a girl a love interest and they have the good back and forth and like I don't want to spoil the ending, but the ending is one of my favorite TV endings
Yeah.
that I'm gonna be honest here. I cried a little bit when I watched it. It might have been because I watched it
Really?
in the middle of the night. Like I finished it, I stayed up late to finish it, and it was like
Yes.
3 in the morning.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it was rough and it was good. And I've seen the
Yes,
show
yeah.
through like 3 or 4 times. Absolutely fantastic. So
Yeah.
that's my pick for drama. So Josh, you're up, and then you're gonna do your drama pick, and then jump into your comedy
All
pick as
right.
well.
So I would say I was worried you might pick the one I'm about to say for
Uh
drama
oh.
because I didn't have a backup because like you, I really haven't watched
Yeah.
too many drama shows.
Yeah.
So the one that I would say is Lost.
Oh,
Uh,
you. That's a good one. I
have
forgot
you
about that.
you watched that one?
I've seen some stuff, and I always want to watch it through. I really need to. It's on my list.
Watching it through, it's good. It I like shows and even movies that really make you think
Yeah.
and kind of is like hides the answer and kind of leads you along. You can kind of like try to draw the conclusions as the story goes. I don't want to give anything away because like at the end, I really don't like the ending that much.
Really?
It was okay. I wish I don't know. I didn't love the ending,
Yeah.
but the whole story was great. Just how they got to the island that crashed, and then just like them surviving and all that good stuff. And so it's a great show.
Oh, you
I
just
would
gave it away.
no,
Wow,
no, that's
dude. You
only
just
part of
spoiled it. It's been years and you
it.
spoiled it. Somebody has been trying to watch this show and they've made it this far.
No,
No.
no, they're just living on this island. You'll see, but it's good. It's good. So
They
I would
survive.
give
Wow.
no, not
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
necessarily.
just you're like, no, they all die.
Maybe that's why I don't like the ending.
Oh, oh, that's good.
Possibly.
That's good.
But it's a good show. It was very well done. It kind of like and like for example, like for movie wise, I love Inception.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it just makes you think and Lost. I mean, it's completely different, but I feel like it just has
Is it
that
like
same
Shutter
kind of
Island, Inception type of like?
yeah. Shutter Island's a good example too. Like
Yeah,
that movie was very good as well. A little creepy, but very good.
yeah, yeah. I feel that. All right,
Yeah.
dude. Why don't you hop into your next pick?
So for comedy, I'm sure we're gonna say the same thing.
I know I
Um,
didn't. If you're watching on the YouTube the YouTube, I have some pops in the back. I try to personalize it to my guests, and I have a few that I think you're gonna take.
So it's yeah, it looks like it's giving it away right there.
Mm,
I would say my favorite
no,
show of all time.
no.
No show can go over it. I love it. I've watched it.
Oh,
I don't know how many times. The
this,
Office.
this, I
I
wanted it so
love it.
bad. I wanted it so bad.
Comedy. It's. I mean, I guess it's comedy sitcom. Same thing. I get. We're not
It
the same thing,
yeah yeah.
but both tie into that. But no, The Office
It
you have to it's I guess it's an acquired taste. I don't
is
know if I
it
would say
though.
that.
Okay, I feel like people think it is until you get past the first season and you realize that it's just normal life. And
Generally,
yeah,
yeah. Generally, like if
yeah.
you get past the first season,
Oh yeah,
you're good to go. Like
you're hooked.
you're yeah, you get tied into it. And it's just so and now that I'm working in an office, in a church office,
Uh,
it like just adds so much more to it because you kind of begin to view the show in your own kind of workspace.
yeah,
And so it's just hilarious. I love it. I love the just the whole story, how they tied things together,
yeah.
the love story in it, I guess. And
Jim and Pam.
yeah,
Dude,
that's it.
I'm mad. That's the one. That's the only one I think that we're gonna overlap on, and I wanted
Yeah.
it so bad. I've seen the show. I think I count. I think like 11, 10 or 11 times through.
Oh, you
It's
watched it more than me. I
dude.
don't know how many times I've watched it.
You even
Yeah.
though I think I've watched it more than you, you're probably the biggest Office fan I know. Like you
Yeah.
really are. Yeah.
But me and John actually, I started the show in my senior year of high school. And so when I got to North Point, the Bible college we went to,
Oh, I
um,
forgot.
yeah, him and I finished the show
Dude,
together
on
in
our friend's bed. He wasn't it was in his room. Do you
I
remember
know,
that?
because we both didn't have a TV, and we're like, let's go in
No,
there.
I had a
Um,
TV. I don't know why we didn't watch it
oh,
on
you
there.
did? Oh, that's right, you
Yeah.
did, you did.
I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. I didn't bring a TV in, I think, until the next year, so I
Yeah.
forget. But yeah, we were in his room. He had like his. I
Yeah.
remember his drawers like filled with all these sticky notes for a test. um,
Yep.
but yes,
Dude.
and so yeah, so since ending the show, I've watched it. I'm trying to think, maybe 4 times more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's cause this thing, I
and
got into it in high school. And then like I just remember like being like literally late to worship practice for like we're doing like fine arts, which if you don't know what fine arts is, like a competition and stuff. And there's like one that's like for like worship teams, like Christian band, things like that. I was literally late one day. I was never late to practice, and I was literally late one day because I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, I have time for one more, and I didn't. And I didn't want to
bro,
turn it off because I loved it that much. It's really bad. Horrible that I did that, but
it's good,
it
dude.
sucks you in. Yeah.
I used to watch it in study hall in high school. I'd be like sitting in the library with The
Dude.
Office on.
You know how many people that I would see in at our college in class watching it.
I
Like
know.
you can see everybody's screens, and like people would watch Netflix and stuff, and sometimes they watch The Office.
They have like the headphones coming out of their shirt. It's
Yeah.
like, who you fooling, huh?
Oh, it's the best show. It's like the
It
most
is.
quotable show. We could
It
do it
is.
10,000 episodes on that. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely
and I
fantastic.
work with people now, three people that have who have the same kind of love for The Office, and so like we'll just go
That's
through the
good.
workday, and we'll be in staff meeting. It's like we're just
Oh,
we whip out an Office reference, and
yep.
it's awesome. I'm glad to see like it just kind of creates that connection. I don't know, it's
Yeah.
funny. I love it. So yeah, it's a
Oh,
good show. Number
um,
one, number one sitcom for me, but
dude,
number one TV show in all. Like, yeah.
100%, 100%. And that's why I'm gonna pick Parks and Rec. No, I'm just kidding. No,
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 no, no, no.
it's the same, but it's different. And if you know, you know, you know. That's just
Is that your pick?
no, it's not. No,
Oh,
no.
okay,
My
okay, okay.
pick because I was trying
I
to
think I
think.
know what you're gonna say.
I don't know if you do because listen, I'm trying to think like as far as comedy and no, I think that I wait. I think I know what you think. I think I think well, I'm
Maybe.
not okay. Okay, this is a train wreck. All right, but I was trying to think in terms of like something that had a big cultural impact at its time and things like that, and like what was really like not through its time, but like like in the last like 2 decades,
Yeah.
and
Oh
and
wait.
and this isn't necessarily one of my top. It used to be one of my top favorite shows. I've seen it through a couple times. It's still up there. I don't really like it that much anymore, but it has a very big pool. Definitely one of the best sitcoms, and that is How I Met Your Mother.
I knew it.
And
Yeah, I
did
had a
you? Okay,
feeling.
yeah. I was
I was thinking
really,
that one.
I was really into it in high school. A little bit in college. I was kind of getting out of it in college. It's absolutely fantastic. It's it's like the 2000s Friends. Like it's the Friends of the
Yeah.
2000s
Yeah.
because it
I
and that's the thing that I think that's why I don't like it anymore was because I watched it before Friends, and then I turned around. I watched Friends a few years later, and I was like, they stole so much from Friends. Like
did they? I've never watched it. I've watched
they
Friends, but
really
not a.
did.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, whether or not which show is better, that's up to some people. There's a debate, not much of a
Yeah.
debate, but there is a debate. But they took a lot. They really did.
Yeah. No, I've
So
never watched it. I think I've watched like one or two episodes with you, but
yeah,
I've never watched the full series.
yeah.
But it seems funny. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say the best part though is just like the overarching like theme of like finding the mother. And
Yeah.
if there was like a way, and I've looked it up in the past, I can't remember what I found. I think there is some list of like just like a condensed like all the important episodes that lead you on the bigger
Yeah.
storyline. I would watch just
Okay.
that because I like all the like the mid episodes. It just gets old, you
Yeah.
know.
It's not the core
Yeah,
of the story.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like the last season was so good. It took place in literally like a weekend. Like the entire season was just like
Yeah.
2 days, and it was so good. And I love the ending. I think the ending was very true to the story. I hated it at the time, and I don't want to spoil it, even though I try not to spoil things, even if they've been out for a while. But
Yes. Yeah.
he finds the mother. No, no, no. But it was okay. It was all right, and like
Yeah.
at the time. But now looking back on it, it was very good. So that's my pick. And now, you have anything you would say about it, or
No, I really don't know. I
oh
know
yeah,
Friends, so
yeah,
but yeah, I don't know that show too much to say that
yeah.
anything significant.
Yeah. All right. So hopping into the reality show category, this was actually tough for me. And this is why, because I was thinking more like, and I don't know if this would be considered like reality shows, I guess technically, but like, like those Food Network shows, like there's a
Oh
few.
no.
I'm not going to go there. Although now I kind of
Oh,
want to. Now I kind of want to because
why?
because I can take your pick, but I won't because I'm gonna stick true to I think the best reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. No, I'm just kidding. But
I was about to say
no,
no, please no.
no,
I hate
dude,
that
it's
show.
gotta. I've watched like
I'm
half the
kidding. If you like the
episodes.
show, that's good. But
No, we don't like it here. I- if you like it and you listen to this, stop listening to this.
no,
It's us or them. No, I'm just kidding.
I just don't like following people's lives that
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. It's way too much. All right.
Yeah.
Ready for this one? Duck
Yes, let's hear it.
Dynasty. Duck Dynasty.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
this is
Yes.
why. Because
Yes.
the last couple seasons were absolutely garbage, but
Hmm.
it if you okay, in like the 90s and like specifically, think about like the 90s.
Yeah.
Urkel everything, right? It was like
Yes.
Urkel
Yes.
this,
Yes.
Urkel that, and then like and there was like friends this, friends that. Like they literally had like, and nothing in the 2000s quite at the time that a show was on. But there's been a lot of things where like after a show goes off, like there's way more office like merch and stuff everywhere now that the show's been off.
Oh, and I
But
know. Yeah.
dude, the years Duck Dynasty was on, if you walked into Walmart, you saw cardboard cutouts, you saw cups, you saw
It's
shirts, you
true.
saw
Yeah.
it was like
It was a
insane. I
big thing.
Yeah, and I did love it. I love the first few episodes or the first few seasons. I thought it was really good. It was the only like reality show I liked. Like just full blown reality show. I think it was just so good. Like Uncle Si and like
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
cool like redneck stuff they did, and their
Yeah.
beards. Like
Yeah.
it was just good.
And
It
that's
was
it. Now you're
clean.
kind of, yeah, and you're trying to live that lifestyle now
That's
down
it.
in
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah, down in Virginia, that's how we are. I'm working on growing my beard, and obviously, if you can see me, that's not going well. And
It's going all right. It's growing in. I see it.
a little bit. I'm trying to look like you, Josh.
No, dude. I mean, my beard. It's like it doesn't grow further than this. But
Oh, you couldn't make it on Duck Dynasty, but
no.
Duck Dynasty is my choice. I think it was
Okay.
fantastic.
No, I think that's great. I was worried you were gonna say mine because
What
like
is it?
reality shows, I really don't watch them too much. Like I
Yeah,
said, I like I don't know. I don't like following. I don't know. Reality is something I haven't really watched too much.
yeah,
But I will say, one show I've enjoyed watching, and I'll kind of watch it every now and then, even still now, um, is one of Gordon Ramsay's show,
yes, dude. It's on my
Hell's
list.
Kitchen.
That's exactly. If I could show this, sort of without it's. Yeah, I don't want to ruin my other picks. It's on there. It is literally. It's
Yeah,
it's
Hell's.
Duck Dynasty and Hell's Kitchen.
A good thing you didn't say that because I don't have any number two. Hell's Kitchen
It's
is good. I
it's
think like
insane.
yeah, and I think Gordon Ramsay is just hilarious.
Oh,
He's just
he's
funny to watch.
he's so
And
good.
and so yeah, it's good. And I like food, like so I
Oh
like
yeah,
watching it be made. So
dude.
it's cool.
I
I
love
think they do a good job. Yeah,
yeah
it's good. So yeah, so I guess that's my number one for
yeah
reality.
yeah. Me and my wife love Gordon Ramsay. He is fantastic. Especially he has like another show that isn't quite as popular, but it's like I forgot what it's called now. Kitchen Nightmares. That's pretty
Oh, that
good
one
too.
too.
Yeah,
And then
and
Hotel Hell. I don't know if you
oh
watched that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
So if you look, he has like 18 shows like currently like
he has a
going.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was funny. We were talking about him the other day. I guess she saw some kind of documentary thing about him, and she was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, his growing up, his father was really abusive. Not that you'd ever know it." And I'm like he's like because he said something like he had really bad or no he had really bad anger issues. She says like not
Oh
that you
yeah.
know it now. I was like, are we talking about the same Gordon Ramsay? Because apparently he used to be worse. Like
Oh really?
yeah,
I mean, he's
imagine
a
that guy
super nice
worse.
guy. He's a very nice guy, but then when
No,
he gets
he is.
when he gets into the moment of like,
Oh yeah.
like I think he has a perception of how things should be,
Oh
and if it's
yeah.
not there, he's gonna get ticked off.
The best is when he yells at customers, like when they come up to
Yeah.
him and he just like he goes off.
No, it's good. And even what I loved, so like I love Hell's Kitchen, but like with
Yeah.
Hotel Hell, that one was funny too. Like it was just like he'd go into this hotel and just be looking around and just be like calling them out just on every and it just made me
Yeah.
think of like this is nasty. Like whenever I go to a hotel, like I'm looking around to see
Dude.
like what
Hotels
different
are
things he spotted.
gross. Yeah.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Dude, I just remember
but
seeing on Kitchen Nightmares, like he walked into like this, like the kitchen. The dude like dropped the chicken on the floor, or like was storing it on the floor. Something weird with like
oh
the floor and
gosh,
chicken, and they were using it. Dude, he was so mad. I love.
dude.
Oh, dude, Gordon Ramsay is a national treasure.
Yeah, those shows really just show really just show people's like flaws and like this.
I
It's just
know.
hilarious because I know if I was in that situation, I'd
Oh,
be making a
dude.
ton of mistakes.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, it's just so funny,
dude.
like just
Also,
seeing people under pressure.
yeah. And pro tip: if you want to learn how to make amazing eggs, go to the Hot Ones on YouTube, the Gordon Ramsay episode, and look at the end. Gordon Ramsay gives a recipe on how to make scrambled eggs. that are
Oh, really? I have to check it out
fantastic. Oh,
because
dude.
I love eggs.
Oh, dude.
I love making omelets and just any kind of really like anything with
Dude.
eggs.
They're super
Um,
creamy. They're really good. You would love them. They're
I'll have
great.
to
Oh,
check it out.
all right. So you're on with with a teen show. Do you have any?
So this one's hard for me because growing up, I watched TV, but I wasn't something that,
You might take
uh,
mine.
yeah, I might. I don't even know if this is considered a teen show, because like growing up, I played more video games, I'd say, than like TV. So like I really didn't watch much. So I would say, having to pick one, I would say I don't know if this is a teen show, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh, okay,
That's
that's
teen,
fair.
right?
That's fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's like that's fair. That's
It's
fair.
like preteen. I feel like I
Yeah.
don't know,
I think that
but
counts.
yeah, I
Great
guess what
show.
counted. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like when I was younger, I never watched it fully, but like with my cousins, I think every now and then, or like with friends, like we'd throw it on or something. But I was never super committed to it because again, I wasn't this big like TV person, then. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I watched it every now and then. It was funny. I think I liked enjoying like because I feel like with those shows too is like you didn't have to watch them all continuously. Like
Yeah.
you could watch them almost at a random time where it's like you wouldn't be missing out on too much information.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
Sweet Life on Deck? Did you
Yeah,
watch
that one's
that?
good too. Yes, yes.
Dude,
I think they're
classic.
both good. Yeah,
Classic.
both are classics. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I guess
and
I'd say that.
yeah, and the craziest thing for me is finding out that Mr. Mosby accidentally murdered someone in the 90s and went to jail.
Yeah, I
That was
know.
crazy, or maybe the 80s. I don't know. It was a while back, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
dude, I love that show. Like Esteban, Mr. Mosby, great characters, great
Esteban.
show, dude,
Yeah.
amazing. And
So what were
and
you gonna say? Oh,
dude,
sorry.
thank the Lord you didn't take my pick, dude. You had it, and you had the the best pick, and you missed it.
Which
You
one?
had Drake and Josh.
Oh, shoot. You're
Dude,
right. You're
dude,
right. You're
Drake and
right. You're right.
Josh was like the best,
That's a classic. I know.
the
You're
best.
right.
You
I wasn't thinking.
cannot. No, listen, that's fine because Zach and Cody to me is it's like the Disney equivalent, but like Disney shows for me were not quite as good as
They're a little
Nickelodeon shows.
corny
Yeah,
sometimes.
they were a little corny.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon shows I feel like we're pushing the envelope for kids show in a good way and like just like making it like
No, for sure.
funny for everybody. And
Yes, yes, yes.
dude, Drake and Josh absolutely just like there is nothing that like no kid show or teen show will ever reach the level of like
No, for
dude, it
sure.
was fantastic.
They
I
did a
cannot
great
stress that
job.
enough. Yeah, and it was just like even going back now, I'm watching it, so funny. And like I'm still waiting for them to bring it back because I know they talked about it a few years ago about
You
doing
never
a
know.
revival. I would love
But a
it.
lot of times these revivals are just so bad
It's
though. But
true.
you don't know
It's true.
like they say like maybe we'll do an office thing again and I would love that. But it
Right.
gets me worried because like
Yeah.
are they gonna do the show justice? Are they really just gonna kind of,
It's true.
it's gonna be a flop? But
Yeah. And
yeah, I don't know.
if they did something really small, like some kind of reunion thing, get Megan in there for a little bit too. Like it could be good if they did it
Yeah, it
right.
could
But if they
be.
did a full blown series, I don't know. I get nervous about that too because I feel like I can't think of a show that stopped like a long time ago and then restarted and was still good.
Like Full House. Full House was
Oh,
great, but now they're doing like the Fuller House,
and that
and
that
it's
was
just like,
terrible.
oh goodness. I watched a couple episodes of the first
It
season. I
was
was like, nope,
really bad. It was
I'm
really bad.
done. I am done.
Yeah, and like
I'm done.
even like if you watch Peacock, they've been pushing Punky Brewster like crazy, and it
Really?
looks like garbage. Like it
Yeah.
really like yeah, it just and then like I think they wanted to bring back Frasier. They want to bring and it just never or they did like I never saw the Ravens Home or
Oh yes, yes, yeah. I never seen
yeah
those. Yeah.
yeah or like Girl Meets World garbage. Boy Meets World
Yeah.
was so good, and then yeah, but no,
Yeah,
Drake
I
and
know.
Josh with you got the dynamic between the two guys. Everyone always wanted to be, Drake. I remember being the fat kid when I was young and I was Josh and I hated it because I
Yeah.
wanted to be Drake so bad. But, yeah,
You
you
all got
can't
to be
change it.
somebody.
Dude, but then
That's it.
Josh had that big old turnaround and he turned into the cool one.
Yeah, yeah,
More
yeah.
so after, but
No,
fantastic show.
he made it. He made it.
What was when they dressed up? I'm trying because I was trying to think of classic stuff from it, and I was drawing a blank, even though I love the show. Um,
I'm trying to remember.
Pip and Doodly Doo. You remember that?
Oh yes, yes,
Dude,
yes, yes,
that
yes,
come
yes.
on. As a kid, I
Yeah.
remember when I first got Facebook, putting that in like under my favorite quotes. I was like, "Yeah, this is amazing."
Yeah.
I know, so stupid, but it was a fantastic show, and I'm so
Yes,
glad you
yes.
didn't take it. And now you are up for action, and I have one, and I'm very nervous. Wait, are you up
I
for?
don't
No,
think.
I'm up for action.
Oh, okay. I don't think you're gonna pick mine. Maybe you will.
Okay,
I don't know.
all right. So I realized, other than Chuck, I haven't watched a lot of action TV shows. I've watched a lot of action movies, but
Yes.
not a lot of action TV shows, except for one. Oh, actually two, and now I don't know what to pick because I don't know how I blanked on it, and I was gonna go with one, and now I'm going with another. I'm taking Mandalorian.
That's fair. Yeah,
Mandalorian
that's
was
fair.
so
That's fair.
good, and
What was your other one?
WandaVision,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because that was also
But is that action?
amazing.
That I feel like that's
That's the
drama.
thing that I had it actually as my second in drama, but I'm like, I guess it could be action. So I'm glad I thought about
Both are great.
Mandalorian.
I would say
Yes,
Mandalorian. I don't know. Is
for
it
action, it's
better?
bet for action. I think
Is
it. Mm,
because I would say Mandalorian was phenomenal. The ending of season two, great.
oh,
Season
dude.
two was better than season one, 100%. But there were some episodes that were definitely fillers and kind of
Oh
setting
my
up
gosh,
where
like
the
the stupid one with the eggs. That
oh
was
yeah, I was like,
so
what
bad.
is going on in this episode? It's like, where is this thing going? It is stuck in this place. Nothing is being revealed, but no,
Yeah.
it's a good show. And I am super excited for the Obi Wan
Yes.
show
Oh
coming out.
yes.
I think is next year or 2 years from now. I don't know when it's coming
I
out, but
yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. I'm excited for it.
but Star Wars all the way. That's a good choice. I didn't even think of
I
Mandalorian.
know. I blanked on it completely. I don't know how.
Yeah,
And just the hype around it, some of the scenes, like with Boba Fett when he drops the bomb that he hadn't been
I
seen
know.
since Attack of the
Spoilers,
Clones.
spoilers,
Oh! Shoot! When at
spoilers.
the very last episode, when no, dude, oh,
That's probably the best part.
I
And
was
it's like,
hyped.
yeah, it's like, have you played the Fallen Order, the Star Wars game?
No.
Oh, okay. Because the ending of that game, I won't reveal it because if you ever play the game, it's great. It's part of the Star Wars canon, but the ending is so,
Oh,
so good. And it kind of reminded me of how like
yeah,
the Mandalorian season two ended. It was just so good.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's a good pick. That wasn't even on my mind.
Dang. All right, what do you got?
So I have it's called the Blacklist. I don't know. Some people are,
Oh, dude, that
yeah,
is 100%. You've been talking about. You've been trying to get me to watch that for years.
it's so good. Now I've gotten a little behind. I think they released two more seasons that I haven't watched. I'm on season
Oh,
six.
you're really
Um,
behind.
yeah, I haven't been as faithful to it recently, but I just love the show. It's so good. It's just a thing for me. I like shorter shows, so when they're like 40 minutes long, it's not always my
Yeah,
favorite. So the Blacklist, everything's 40 minutes, but it's so good. Like oh my gosh, what's his name?
James Spader,
Raymond James Spader. Yeah, it's so cool to see
Robert
him in that role.
California,
Robert
the Lizard
California.
King.
That's it. um, so yeah, it's cool to see him in that role to kind of see the difference between,
Yeah,
and then even in Ultron, like hearing his
yeah.
voice.
He's a good actor.
Raymond Reddington, yeah, and just the show is. So I don't want to spoil it, but like they center in on Raymond Reddington, James Spader, and so like he's this criminal mastermind, but really like there's so much of a story tied
Yeah,
into him, that it just gets so good. So yeah, phenomenal show.
yeah. I think again, I haven't seen that, but I know a lot of people that love it. And like there's even
Yeah,
something we didn't mention like in drama, like people love This Is Us, and like people are gonna probably
yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
why didn't you pick that for drama? We could have played the game and picked like because I want to put up like a poll, and when we do a draft, I want to kind of see
yeah,
like
yeah.
which what people think. But we could have played the game and we could have went with stuff people like. But I feel like we did very good on staying on like shows that we liked that impacted
Yeah,
us.
for
And
sure. Things, yeah,
yeah,
it fits our life. Yeah,
yeah, and Blacklist is a very Josh Guglielmo thing.
it is. It's
To
good. It's so good. It's
yeah.
yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah. All right. Do you want? We have cartoon as a backup. Do you want to throw it out there?
Yeah, I'll hit it quickly.
All right.
I'll say SpongeBob.
Oh, dude.
Is that
Yes.
were you gonna say that?
Yes. And also, when I asked you about the categories, you were very hesitant about cartoons. Why did you not watch cartoons as a kid? Like at
I
all?
did. No, I did. I never really watched SpongeBob too much either, though. I just like the
Yeah.
show. It's funny.
Okay.
But no, I really didn't watch much TV when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
I watched the standards like Arthur and like
Oh yes.
um uh
Cyber Chase.
Cyber Chase. Yeah. Why am I forgetting this other show?
Fairly Odd Parents? No.
No, no, no.
Jimmy. Was it one of
I'm
PBS
forgetting
ones?
the name. Yes, yes, yes.
Who was it? What
I'm
was it
blanking on the
about? Do you
name.
remember what it was about? I can
The
help you. As a
bald kid.
PBS
Oh,
kid.
Caillou.
No, no,
Caillou.
no. He's the worst. They just canceled him. The the
Who
best.
canceled
They
him?
they PBS. They canceled him. They
Really?
canceled like a little while ago. I had a day of
Why? Because he was a
celebration.
rude kid.
Cause yes, the kid, dude, he's so terrible.
No.
Literally, no, he is a garbage human
Down,
being.
down, down, down,
Dude,
down.
dude, he's such a whiny little brat. He's so mean to his sister. Dude, the kid is like 8 years old or maybe like 5 years old and he's completely bald for no reason. Dude, he's terrible.
He's
Like,
awesome. Fun fact, fun fact. Me and Dan, and I think I don't know. We might have done it with you too. Like we started freshman year, so we walked to our final from the dorms with the theme song, the Caillou theme
oh,
song
was it the
remix.
remake? I remember hearing
Yeah.
that. I wasn't there
So
because we were in different classes freshman year,
yeah, yeah.
but
And then you got
remember
married,
hearing
so you're
it.
out of the dorms.
The then 2 years later,
Two
yeah,
years.
yeah.
True, true,
Come
true,
on,
true.
come on.
True, 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 true. But yeah, so every final season we play that theme song on the way to our final. So it kind of like just like lift our
Dude,
spirits in that moment. But yeah,
dude,
SpongeBob. SpongeBob is my show. I would say for that.
listen now. I had a lot. I had SpongeBob on here because you can't talk about cartoons without talking about SpongeBob.
No, I know.
And even though it started in 1999, it's a 2000 show for
It
sure.
still is.
Yeah,
I mean, it
and
gained most of its popularity in the
yeah,
2000s.
yeah, and I would say kind of a weird pick, and I don't well, I'm gonna because I can. I don't have to pick yet, so I can name a few before I pick. I was if you haven't seen Bob's Burgers, that
I've
show
never watched that, but I've heard of it.
is hilarious. I would
Oh,
highly
I think I know what
suggest.
show you're gonna pick.
Wait, what?
I know which
What?
one. The one
Oh
you watched with
no,
Dan.
no, I'm not gonna pick that.
No.
No, we
Okay,
don't
never
talk
mind.
about that show.
Okay, that's part of the past. All
Oh my gosh.
right.
No, dude. Um, but Bob's Burgers, the first season, I think was like we kind of skipped over a lot of the episodes, but the rest of the show absolutely amazing, hilarious. And like I think we watched it like especially like in the hospital when my son was being born, like because when you're just like there's nothing to do for hours before the baby comes, like we
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
watched tons of episodes of it. It's hilarious. I love it. I was gonna pick it, but and then as you were talking about like SpongeBob and Caillou and like nostalgic
yeah,
shows, dude, I have to go with the regular show. I was older, so it's not super nostalgic. Like I wasn't like a little kid, but I was like a preteen,
yeah,
teenage, like young teenager. The regular show was and is near and dear to my heart. Amazing. Hello, governor. Just absolutely such a good show. Did you ever watch
yeah.
it?
No, I haven't. I haven't watched
It.
either of those shows you said. No.
Oh my gosh. Well, did you ever watch Adventure Time?
Yeah, parts of it. I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
Adventure Time
I think.
was like a way more and I know they're very different and people are very clear about that. But it was like a way weirder version of regular show. Like it was
Yeah,
way
yeah,
more
yeah.
out there, but regular show was super weird, but it was so funny. And I just remember my mom like when I started watching it would be like I don't know if you should be watching this. Is this like an
Yeah,
adult show? And I'm like, "No, why do you think that?" She's like, "I don't know." Because it was she's like there's nothing in it bad, but it was like
yeah,
one of those shows that like as a kid you're like, oh man, this feels like I'm watching like something my parents should watch, or I don't know, like it was just something like it was like kind of edgy, but it wasn't inappropriate or anything like that, and it was just
yeah,
so good. And like Muscle Man is one of the greatest characters ever, and
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
his my mom jokes just changed the game completely, just
Yeah.
absolutely amazing, hilarious. I love the show.
Oh,
It
that's
is
good.
it is so funny, and
I'll have to check them
actually
out.
Dan Murphy, who was on this podcast, and we did the other podcast together. We referenced him quite
Uh
a few
huh.
times. He literally he's a pastor as well. And in his sermon that he preached recently on a Sunday morning, he literally gave a synopsis of a regular show episode. I
Oh,
heard it
did he really?
online. He
That's
literally went
hilarious.
through. He had a point to it, but he literally
That's
used
right.
like
Yeah, I just watched it today. I'm
yes,
remembering. Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
He brought up like the whole the whole plot, which
Dude,
I
he had so many
loved.
stories hooked into that
Yes,
sermon, which was good.
yes,
He did a
yes,
good job. But
yes.
yeah.
Good job. But yeah, but I'm gonna have to pick regular show
All
because
right.
it's so good and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's such a fantastic show that I kind of want to go watch it right now. So,
All right. That's it. Right
well,
after this episode.
yeah, I'm gonna go pop that on and. But you know what? This has been there's been some really good shows. You have okay, so I'm gonna tell you some of my honorable mentions that I didn't pick.
Okay.
Actually the only one we didn't talk about because I had WandaVision under drama because that was really good.
Uh huh.
Um, How I Met Your Mother, The Office. I said Chuck, Duck Dynasty. The other one was Hell's Kitchen, and then for the
Hmm.
teen, I had Drake and Josh. Then I also had iCarly
Oh, okay.
because
I never watched that
iCarly,
too much, but I've watched a few.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna say for action WandaVision until I came up with the other thing,
Yeah.
and then I talked about the cartoons. But yeah, iCarly's the only one I didn't get to really talk about.
Yeah.
That's a
Let me.
really good. That was a really good show.
So I
I
was gonna
loved it.
say,
Go
yeah, the
ahead.
only one that I have on here that we didn't hit was Friends.
Oh,
I was gonna
oh,
say
cause
Friends.
yeah, cause that's right. Cause you did ask me about like when we first talked about it. You're like, does that count? I think because the height.
It's
Well,
in the
not.
middle. It's like in the
Yeah,
90s, but it ended in the
yeah,
2000s. So it's like
yeah.
it's
And it
caught in
didn't.
between both worlds.
And it didn't really end in like 2000, 2001. Like I think it was like 2004 it ended.
Yeah, something
So
like that. Yeah.
it made its way into it. That
No, it's a good
also
show.
is
But what's
very
interesting
classic.
is I do like the Friends a lot. But usually, like if you like The Office, you don't really like Friends. So it's
I like
interesting that
them
I like
both.
both. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I like them both.
I think it's
Um,
just like people are intimidated because people who love Friends, it's the best show ever. And people who love The
yes,
Office,
yes.
it's the best show ever. And people
So
get
it's
intimidated,
hard to.
but
It's yeah,
yeah.
but definitely Office is first.
Oh yeah.
Then I guess Friends. I don't know. Brooklyn Nine Nine is very good too.
Brooklyn
I
Nine-Nine.
wasn't thinking.
You thought
Yeah.
did you think I was gonna pick that one?
I had a thought that you might. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love that
Great
show.
show.
It's
Yeah.
funny, like the relationship between Raymond Holt, and why am I forgetting his name? Oh my
Jake
gosh,
Peralta.
Jake Peralta. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah, and
so
Andy
good.
Samberg
Yeah,
is just he's truly an amazing human being.
he's
He's
hilarious. Yeah,
I love him.
Amy gets annoying, I will say,
Yeah. Terry
but it's a good show.
Crews. You know Terry Crews.
I met Terry
Yes,
Crews.
he went to
Yeah,
your church,
so he
right?
went to my home church for like
Dude,
maybe a year or so, when he was living in Greenwich.
that
But
is so awesome. Was his
yeah.
were his pecs as big as they are on TV?
Yeah, yeah. When I met him, like I went in for like a handshake and kind of like then put my shoulder. No,
No,
I'm
dude,
kidding. No, I'm
no.
kidding.
I was just say what?
No, he was
Dude.
a big dude.
Yeah,
But he I actually went to youth group with his daughter too. Like she was in our youth group for a while.
that's
So like we'd
awesome.
see him like pop in once in a while. But yeah, he's super cool, super friendly guy. Like very
Yeah,
down to earth. Like what you hear about him, like just being this good guy.
it's
He
true.
really is. Like he really
Wow.
is this great man. So
Josh Guglielmo, friend of the stars.
that's it. A friend of them all.
All right. Well, my Italian friend, thank you so much for hopping on the podcast this week.
For sure.
I
Thank you so much
appreciate
for having me.
yeah, dude, anytime. Miss you, man. It's been a good time talking about some awesome shows. You had some good picks. I had some good
Yes.
picks. We'll see what the people I think if we put this up as a poll, I think people are gonna look at The Office, and that's just gonna be the heavy hitter. That's gonna be
I think so.
like
The Office
like
is the best.
yeah, like granted, you have a very solid list, but that's the thing that people are gonna get drawn to. Like
Yes.
I might pick yours. I don't even know. No.
I would pick mine.
Yeah. All right, Josh. Well,
But
thank you for coming on. And
yeah.
listeners, we will see you. You'll hear me next week on the weekly peel. Come check out. We're gonna have a good show, awesome guests. We're gonna get some potassium for our ears because that's what we do with the weekly peel.
Yes.
Because that's what it's all about. See you next week.